Hey guys, welcome back to the Motorsport Videos YouTube channel. Today we're going to be playing F1 22 for the Australian Grand Prix in our My Team Career mode. Part 1 was uploaded yesterday at the Bahrain Grand Prix, so make sure to check that one out before you see this one. Anyway, let's get into it. Bye.
Weekend unfolds.
So at the end of practice 3, I was in P6 and Liam was in P21. This is Liam's home race and he needs to put on a show for the crowd. So in qualifying, we went out and I did not know this track well. I was surprised how quick my pace was in practice because the new changes to the circuit I was not familiar with. So anyway, going down using turn 8 gear and ERS, going down 3 gears and slowly reapplying the throttle and then squeezing it on exit. Going down to turn 3 now, using 8 gear again and going all the way down the gears to 3rd. Slowly applying the throttle and going up to 4th, lifting off on this tight corner and now squeezing it again, coming out and then going flat out through that section and dropping 2 gears here into this corner and then a flat out run down to the tight fast section of turn 12 and turn 13. Now 8 gear flat out coming along and going down 2 gears and then applying throttle at the exit, squeezing it, going down now to turn 14, flat out again. And now this is a very tricky one. They've squared it up a bit, going down to 3rd and reapplying into 4th, then flat out into the next corner using 5th gear, squeezing at the exit, going on to 5th and 6th, and then the last corner 3rd gear up to 4th, 5th, and then apply the throttle for the final corner and you have your lap. I was surprised that we were quite far down the order. We were in quite a bad position starting the race. P19, a very bad outing.
To the Australian Grand Prix. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Sergio Perez and Magnussen, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Norris and Mick Schumacher, Liam Lawson, Joe, Esteban Ocon and Gasly, Tsunoda, Albon, Daniel Ricciardo and Lance Stroll, the owner driver, Vettel, Latifi and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
So it's Leclerc in pole position for the Australian Grand Prix as we head to 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Leclerc gets a good start and so does Sainz, but Verstappen is also challenging. But on the outside we have Carlos Sainz going all the way around the outside, taking the lead of the race. And Charles Leclerc in P2. Now Sergio Perez has got past Max Verstappen in the back. Also in the back, Lando Norris has got ahead of Kevin Magnussen, but Magnussen has now got ahead as well. Griffin making up a couple of places off of the start after a dreadful qualifying yesterday. Now also Lawson and Ocon are fighting, and Lawson getting the better of Ocon at that occasion. Zhou and Fernando Alonso also fighting, but Charles Leclerc got a good run off of that corner now, and he's chasing after his Ferrari teammate going down to turn 13 and 14. The two prancing horses nose to tail as we come down to turn 15, and Leclerc got a good run off of the final corner. He's trying to go around the outside of Carlos Sainz, and he does. He gets the move done. What a move by Charles Leclerc to take the lead of the race in lap 1. In race 2 of season 1, that is a great move from Charles Leclerc, the Monegasque, getting up into P1. And also looking back the field, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen fighting. The two Red Bulls charging down the straight with their Honda-powered engines. But Max Verstappen has to settle for P4 on this occasion. Also now, Lewis Hamilton trying to get past Alex Albon, but Alex Albon defending from the 7-time champion of the world. Okay, let's just catch our breaths for a minute and have a regroup after lap 1. So, Charles Leclerc leads the way from his Ferrari teammate by 7 tenths nearly. Sergio Perez is in P3 leading the two Red Bulls. Max Verstappen P4, George Russell P5, Kevin Magnussen is in P6, his teammate Mick Schumacher is in P11. P7 is Valtteri Bottas, P8 Lando Norris, and P9 for Zhou Guanyu, the rookie to F1. Alfa Romeo having a great outing in Australia now. Fernando Alonso in P10 for Alpine as well. Let's look at Charles Leclerc at the moment. He's on fire. So Charles Leclerc edging a gap to Carlos Sainz, his Ferrari teammate. Charles Leclerc had to settle for P3 last time out in Bahrain, where Carlos Sainz got his maiden Formula 1 win and his maiden win with Ferrari. Now looking down the field, we see that Griffin and Lawson are together, but Tsunoda is closing in on Griffin, and Griffin goes wide. This will open up a gap for Tsunoda, and Tsunoda gets a better run off of that corner with DRS now this lap. He's going to go for the inside, but Griffin defends, and Tsunoda should have the move done, but Griffin comes back around the outside, forcing Tsunoda to go over the curbs. And now Daniel Ricciardo is right on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda's AlphaTauri. Also, now Lewis Hamilton has just got past Daniel Ricciardo, but Daniel Ricciardo isn't giving up without a fight. He's going up the inside. It's going to be a drag race down to turn 1. The two Mercedes-powered engines going down to turn 1. Who will prevail? It will be... Oh, Lewis just gets ahead after turn 1. And now he's chasing after Yuki Tsunoda, but Yuki Tsunoda is reapplying the pressure to Tony Griffin. So, Max Verstappen still chasing after Sergio Perez in lap 4. He's running out of time, Verstappen, to get past his Red Bull teammate as he needs those points for the championship. George Russell also closing in on the 2 Red Bulls. But Verstappen really needing and really desperate to get past his Red Bull teammate. Oh, look at this now. Verstappen, he's lined up a move on Sergio Perez. He's going around the outside of turn 15 and he's got the move done on his Red Bull teammate. That will be vital for the championship if they want to stay near the Ferraris. Also now, Kevin Magnussen still in P6 but being attacked by Valtteri Bottas. Tony Griffin being attacked also by Yuki Tsunoda. Griffin runs wide a bit and catches a small bit of gravel and uses the grass as well on the penultimate corner. Let's see here now, going down the straight. It's going to be a drag race going down into turn 1. Let's see who win this. Oh, Tsunoda on the outside, and Griffin just holds place. But now he's under threat from Hamilton, is Tsunoda. And going down to turn 3, he could get him. Let's see. No, he just holds on to it, does Tsunoda, as Griffin's still going a small bit wide. I wonder if he's carrying a small bit of damage. So Hamilton all over the rear end of that AlphaTauri. They're catching Griffin at a rate of knots. And Griffin's actually going quite slow on the straights. He has no ERS deployment. And now they're going 3 wide, going into turn 13. Oh, who will come out on top? Tsunoda. But Griffin's attacking Tsunoda and he's gone back at turn 14. Now they go down the hill. And Hamilton's even got ahead of Tsunoda. And Daniel Ricciardo going up the inside of Tsunoda at turn 15. Will he make it stick? No, he doesn't. But going down to turn 16, Daniel Ricciardo just has to hold firm there for a minute. Charles Leclerc wins the Australian Grand Prix in Season 1 from his Ferrari teammate Carlos Sainz. Sergio Perez P4, Max Verstappen P3. But look at this, there's a run to the line between Hamilton and Griffin. And who's got it? Hamilton, who has to settle for P16. Griffin gets it just by 12 thousandths of a second.
At Albert Park. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team strategies. They got all those things right today and the results speak.
We are a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table.